Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The show has an NL East matchup. It's the Washington Nationals taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about to get underway, and today's starting pitcher, Aaron Nola. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
Well, coming into this game, hitters are batting under 250 against this starting pitcher. So it just shows you how effective he's been. He's been able to move his pitches around, add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start squaring up the baseball. We'll see what he's got in this one.
C.J. Abrams, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. That's in there, and the count 1-1.
Well, I don't think anyone was surprised to see Nola have success in the majors. He was a star in college, playing for LSU, becoming a finalist for the 2014 Golden Spikes Award as one of the top amateur baseball players in the country. Boog, here's a guy at the plate. I'm expecting to have a good game. He always seems to play better in road games.
Well struck right field. That's back there. And that one is out of here. The first batter of the game leaves the yard. Home run number 5 on the season. The Nationals strike first. It's 1-0.
So frustrating for any pitcher. Finished outside the zone, and he still managed to get punished with a home run. Well, you got to love a game that brings some action from the jump. And at the plate, he was looking for a pitch to absolutely drive. And, you know, leadoff hitters aren't up there anymore just working the count, trying to get on. They're looking to make some noise and do some damage.
And now it's going to be James Wood. Nola, not a big strikeout guy, but still very effective as far as starting pitchers go. One of those guys that involves the defense and really gets him involved in the action. Pulls that one foul. And down on strikes he goes. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. And now it's Luis Garcia. Fly ball center field. Rojas sizing this one up. Makes the catch. 2 down. Here's Dave Martinez lined up for the Nationals. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustment. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul.
He moves the ball around all the quadrants of the strike zone and will add and subtract velocity. And because of that, he gets the weak contact. It's all about miss.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Philadelphia, getting the nod in this one, Cole Henry.
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Bottom of the first, and stepping in is the speedy Bryson Stott. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. Henry measures 6 feet 4 inches, 200 pounds, and he was a second-round pick in 2020. Sneaks through, base hit.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Here's Turner now. The shortstop takes the ball. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Here's a 1-1. Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Throw to second. Great jump. And that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close. Stop. Stands at second with no outs. That one misses. And the count is 3-1.
One strike.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
3-2.
Man at second. And a weak ground ball to the left side. Fires across the diamond. One gone, bottom half of the first. And time now for the Phillies lineup. They do a lot of things well in this offense, Singy. They control the strike zone. They make pitchers work hard for outs. And as a result, one of the better OBP teams in the league.
Well, what I love about it is it's an organizational philosophy. Whether you go to instructional league, whether you go to spring training, you see these guys even during batting practice when it doesn't matter, they're practicing that type of approach, Boog. And when you have that filtering through the organization, even when you call up a player, he steps right in and continues with the pattern that they have established at this level, which ultimately leads to a lot of success.
Abrams settles under it and makes the catch. And there are two down.
Designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber.
And Kyle Schwarber will come up.
You have to be careful throwing him breaking pitches, even in an 0-0 count. He loves going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting it.
Swings through that one for strike one. You know, you translate on base percentage, it's basically this. Teams that have a high on base percentage, they don't make outs at a very high rate. As my buddy Joe Sheehan says, OBP is life. A little bit low.
Let's go, Phillies. 2-1.
In the dirt. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Got him looking. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees. Phillies strand 1. They trail here 1-0. Back here in Philadelphia, and now it's Keibert Ruiz. Nola back to work. And that one fouled off. That's off the mark. And now it's even 1-1. Dave Lawrence assigned to work home plate in this one.
Good umpire, Boog. Very fair, very consistent. Now, I did hear some feedback that he opens up the outside corner a little bit on left-handed hitters, which, you know, for me, I'd be kind of salty. So maybe something to keep an eye on and see if that factors into this one at all.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a pitch. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Just off the outside edge. Full count, 3-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Ground ball right side, and foul ball. And a swing and a miss. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Next to hit for the Nats, Dylan Cruz. Fought off foul. One out, bases empty. And a breaking ball misses outside. In the air, left field. Kepler makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
Batting 7th, third baseman, Jose Tena.
Now the third baseman, Jose Tena. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Back up the, oh, that got him. Gets it there in time, though, and they do get the out. 3 up, 3 down for Washington, but they hold a 1-0 lead. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's Nicholas Castellanos.
Right fielder, Nick Castellanos.
Gets him to chase after that one.
All 1's the count.
And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. Good job to fight that one off. Check swing on an 0-2. Appeal to first. Didn't go. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
JT Real Muto steps in. And that's outside. Ball 1. One down. Phillies down a run. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Just missed.
And boy, boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Ripped on a line. Young pulls it in on the run.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
Max Kepler stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Next offering in there for a strike. And a count 1-1. Swing and a ball lifted in the air left field. Pretty well struck. And brings it in at the wall. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We played 2 full. It's the Nationals 1 and the Phillies nothing. On to the 3rd inning. And now up for Washington, Alex Call. Right through there for a strike. Off the mark there. Ball 1. Late on that fastball.
Well, they just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Next one misses, and that's ball 2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Nola fires. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Up with it, fires to first. In time to get him. 1 away on the strikeout.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
And now here is Jacob Young. Yeah, there's the strike. One down, base is empty. Shortened the bunt and missed it. And it's 0-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Shortstop, C.J. Abrams.
So the Nats lineup turns over. Here's C.J. Abrams now. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Two out, space is empty. Just off the outside edge, and the count is 1-1. Next offering is fouled back. Pitch misses, and the count is even 2-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Here's the third baseman, Alec Bohm. And a first offering, a fastball for a strike.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt.
Not sure if he could be in more of a groove. Looks really relaxed. He's retired 7 straight. This guy's feeling it right now.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And, Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
This is Bryson Stott. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. Fouled off left side. That one ripped. And that's a base hit. And that extends the inning. Trey Turner now grounded out his first time up. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
And he chases that one below the zone. Tying run is at first here in the last half of the third. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Two outs. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Make it count.
1-2 now. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
First and second, 2 outs. Here's Harper now. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Fastball for a strike.
0-1's the count.
There's a strike.
And at bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Stop on second. Turner at first. 2 out of the inning. Left field. Call on the move. Tries to make the play, but it's foul.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
2 on, 2 outs. Hit in the air, center field. Young settles under it. Squeezes it, and that will end the inning. Phillies leave a couple. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Start of the fourth, and here's the DH for Washington, James Wood. Wood goes 6 feet 7 inches, 235 pounds, and he's usually in the outfield. Today, he's the DH. In the air, left field. Kepler makes the catch, and there's one gone. Now it's the second baseman, Luis Garcia. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1.
Booga never got to play at Citizens Bank Park in my career, just the old Veteran Stadium in Philadelphia, but the crowds here are just as energetic now as they were at that old park. And trust me, as an outfielder visiting town, you're going to hear it from the fans out there in the bleachers.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. Struck out looking at his first at bat. That misses the zone. 1-0. That one in there across the letters.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Nope, that's inside.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
That one blasted deep to right. Way back there. And out of here. He shoots one out to right. It's 2-0.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
2 outs, base is empty. Keibert Ruiz will hit next. Ball 1, no strikes.
Two balls, no strikes.
Hit hard, but foul off to the left. Two down, nobody on. Just off the inside edge.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
That one's in there, and that's strike two. Two down, bases empty, but one run across. Top half of inning number 4. 3-2. The pitch is outside, and ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Ball 1.
In the dirt, but kept close.
Nope.
That's a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Got him looking, and he didn't like the call. Nationals able to add on thanks to the long ball. And it's 2-zip. Bottom of the inning. Here comes Schwartz to the plate. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle of the base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. And that one fouled off. Outside low, and that's ball 1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Right through there for a strike. That's down and in. A slider missed.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away.
Well, in this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boog.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but, you know, his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
First and second, no outs. JT Realmuto, the next to hit. He's 0 for 1. That one off the mark, and that is ball 1.
Count 1-0. Outside, that's a ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
And that is out of play.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That's to third. Tenna. Now batting Max Kepler. He's 0 for 1.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
0-1.
There's an opportunity to do some damage, but you've got to be selective. Make sure you get a pitch that you can handle.
That one way outside, and the count even 1-1. Castellanos, the lead runner out at second. Realmuto at first with no outs. Fastball for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes. That's ball 2.
Squirts away a little bit. Well done behind the dish. And a swing and a miss. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. And here comes Alec Ball. Went down on strikes his first time through.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
First pitch, and he just misses.
1-0.
Swings through that one.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
On the ground, right side. Down the line, and it's foul. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That one drilled left field, and that's a fair ball. Castellanos on his way to the plate. He scores to tie it up. Tag, and he's out at the plate.
The base runner did a great job of making that a close play at the plate with an excellent slide. Made the catcher work to get out there and put down the tag. The throw was on the money, and that's what made the difference. Big time play to cut down a run.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Johan Rojas digs in now. Struck out swinging his first time. That one catches the zone. That's strike 1. Fouled off. He was late.
Oh, that's inside.
The Nationals have some action going in the pen. Jose A. Ferrer getting ready to go. Williams also getting ready. And a good eye there.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Runner at second, 2 down. Next pitch misses. 3-2 now. Bryson Stott in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
First and second, 2 outs. Bryson Stott now at the plate. He's 2 for 2. First pitch just misses.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
That one pulled foul. Two outs, couple of base runners at first and second. Ground ball up the middle to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Tough play up the middle, and everything needed to be right there. Field that, get a strong throw off to first base, and I think the speed going up the line had something to do with it as well.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Nationals pen. Cole Henry done for the night. Nice job from the reliever making a start today, but he does exit with the bases loaded. New arm on the mound in a minute.
Now
Pitching change here, number 61.
Should be a good first matchup for him here. He's been doing a great job against right-handed bats so far this season. They've had a lot of trouble squaring him up.
So bases all loaded up. Trey Turner with a chance now. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And fouled off. Two outs. Bases are full. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, got him swinging. Huge strikeout there. They get 2 and draw even again. We played 4. We are tied 2-2. All set for the start of the inning. Up now for Washington, Jose Tena. Nola back to work.
You know, these Nationals just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
So up next, Alex Call. 0 for 1 so far. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
To third, but it kicks foul.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the third or fourth pitch of just about every at-bat.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Real Muto up with it. Fires to first. Out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, in the double-digit strikeouts, he should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And you know, not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
Jacob Young digging in for the Nationals. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
Way inside, gets out of the way.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
2 outs. This one in the air, right field, and just foul. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Has room, and he makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down that time. Home half of the 5th coming up. We are tied 2-2. And we're back. John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5. Bryce Harper. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, these Phillies, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat. And that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
And another ball.
No strikes.
And there's a foul ball. The 3-1. And that drops in for a strike.
3-2.
Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Fastball for a strike. Base is empty, one away. Last half of inning number 5. There's a swing and a miss.
0-2.
Oh, and 2 now. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Now it's the right fielder, Nick Castellanos. And that one fouled off. Next pitch misses way outside. That one missed.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
2 down, nobody on. Back up the middle and a base hit.
Big knock there to keep the inning alive and an opportunity to put something in the gap and give the Phillies the lead.
Man at first, and up to the plate is JT Realmuto. 0 for 2 in this one.
The one thing you can look at with Realmuto, and we talked about this in high school, you know, this guy was a quarterback, very athletic. He was an infielder. So, you know, he's not stuck at catcher. Like he's a great catcher, but if you needed to play him somewhere else, become a first baseman, you definitely have that option. Probably even some third base, but he's not just catcher only, although that's what he does. His athleticism can put him in a position for a team that if they wanted to do more, they could.
That one missed. Now 3-0. Max Kepler in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Castellanos leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
First and second, 2 outs. Max Kepler at the plate. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, a good first pitch changeup there. In order to be effective, you've got to really sell it. Good arm speed, and it's got to be down in the zone.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
The 0-2. To the right side, low. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Through 5, all even at 2-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the 6th inning. And now here's the Nationals leadoff man, C.J. Abrams. There's a strike. hard on the ground to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Now batting, designated hitter James Wood.
James Wood digging in for the Nationals. First pitch, and he just misses. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. All tied up, and we're in the top half of the sixth. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that's downstairs and outside. Up the middle, Trey Turner gloves it, whips it to first on the run, and they get the out.
Knew he had to hurry after that nice forehand grab, and he did. He couldn't have transferred the ball from his glove to his hand and released that throw any better than he did right there.
Luis Garcia digging in for the Nationals. That's in there. That's strike one. Late swing, foul to the left. Next pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Popped in the air, left field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And that is that. 3 up, 3 down for him there. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the sixth. We are tied 2-2. Back here in Philadelphia, bottom of the sixth inning. And now it's Alec Bohm. That's too low. Ball one. Movement in the bullpen. Colin Poche looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Lopez getting loose as well. Right through there for a strike. Check swing, called strike. Cut on and lifted in the air. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. Hit hard, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. Johan Rojas stands in for the Phillies. He is struck out and he is walked. Gets the bunt down the right side. Low. Spin, throw, that's one. And he'll eat it and be happy with the out.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Here's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Ball one there. With the go-ahead run at first here in the bottom of the sixth. Throw over to first, and he's back in safely.
with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Two on the way. Gets a piece and stays alive. Double play ball to second. Over to Lowe. 2 away.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Trey Turner getting ready to hit. 1 for 3. Pickoff move to second, and he's back safely.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit is probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
In there at the knees for a strike. Rojas on at second with 2 down. And the 0-2. Ripped on the ground to second, tosses to first, and that is the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 7th inning coming up. We are tied 2-2. Back here in Philadelphia, and here's the first baseman, Nathaniel Lowe. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Action in the pen down there. Orion Kirkering up and loosening in the pen. Ruiz, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. And a foul ball. And strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The next pitch misses. 2-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Base hit center field. And a go-ahead run is on base.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Aaron Nola's day comes to an end, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break. Here's the new pitcher for the Phillies, Orion Kirkering.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
Next to hit for the Nats, Keibert Ruiz. This one kicks away a little as he can't squeeze it. And the runner stays where he is. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. Tried to check his swing. Appeal to third. And yes, he did. He went around. And the count 1-2.
A healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Next offering way off the plate. And that's a strikeout looking. Fastball at the letters, frozen for strike 3. Dylan Cruz digging in for the Nationals. Down the middle for a strike. And it's 0-1. One away. Tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Gets a swing and a miss with the sweeper.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Got him. 2 gone now.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
And now up for Washington, Jose Tena. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And that moves the go-ahead run to scoring position with 2 gone.
Up next for the Nationals, left fielder Alex Call.
Up now for Washington, Alex Call. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. With the go-ahead run standing at second here in the top half of inning number 7. Comes up empty.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they creeping into my mind right now.
That misses the zone, and the count 1-2. Stays alive. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Lifted in the air down the left side, and it falls low. Headed for the plate. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and they take the lead in the 7th.
Big RBI for him right there. There are a lot of nicknames people have attached to hits like that. Blooper, flare, duck snort, lawn dart, etc. But whatever you want to call it, it's a knot. And those are the ones that'll make you smile as a hitter just about every time.
First and second, 2 outs. And now the center fielder, Jacob Young. This guy can absolutely fly. I think one of the faster players in baseball. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that's the 3rd out. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Colin Poche.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Well, 1-run game. Here comes Bryce Harper. 0 for 3 in this one.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tying run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with 1 swing here.
Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1. Looking to get the tying run on base. That's in there, and that is strike 2.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
next offering is downstairs.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. Ball 2.
High fly ball out to center field. Young. And there's one down.
Now batting, designated hitter, Kyle.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Kyle Schwarber. First round pick out of Indiana back in 2014. And that one fouled off. And Poche ready to work. High fly ball, right field. Cruz makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, the right fielder,
Nick Castellanos stands in for the Phillies. There's the strike. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th.
Inside, ball 1.
Let's go, Phillies.
Swinging a foul straight back. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Offense held in check there. 8th inning coming up. It's the Nationals 3 and the Phillies 2.
now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jose Ruiz.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Back to the top of the order, and the batter will be the shortstop, C.J. Abrams. He's already homered here in this one. There's the strike.
0-1.
Misses
Oh,
off
that's
the
just
plate,
out.
and it's 1-1. And that
That's
one
ball
missing
2.
low.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Ground ball right side,
No,
and it
foul
goes
ball.
just foul.
Come on, punch him out.
2-2 now. On the ground right side, and that's just foul.
Finish him.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And downstairs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
Well, that's pretty much the dream 2-strike curveball if you're the pitcher. Hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And They say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate, so that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
Next to hit, James Wood. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. That one clips the outside corner. Strike one. And ball one. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Christopher Sanchez up and throwing. Banks also throwing. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
To the right side, and it stays fair. And he can't come up with it. Now he'll turn for second, and he'll reach second with one away.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And the batter now, Luis Garcia. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul.
One ball, two strikes.
This one in the dirt. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. And a ball evens the count.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
Swing, and he breaks his bat. Grabs it barehanded. Throw to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. 2 on, 1 out. Now it's the Nationals cleanup hitter, Nathaniel Lowe. He's already homered in this game. Off the plate, and that's ball 1. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Fought off foul.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Little chopper rolls foul. Wood at second. Garcia at first. 1 gone. Next offering misses down and away.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Up the middle, and that one finds its way through. Here comes Wood around third. The tag, and he's in there. It's 4-2. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
And here's the catcher, Keibert Ruiz. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. Just missed.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
2 on, 1 out. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Next offering is down low. Just off the outside part of the plate.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
And that'll load the bases.
Oh, this is their chance to break it open. If they don't end up winning this ball game, they're going to look back at this opportunity right here and have some regret.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Jose Ruiz will depart. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Out of the bullpen for the Phillies, Christopher Sanchez.
Gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
So bases loaded with 1 away. Next to hit for the Nats, Dylan Cruz. Golden opportunity right here. And that one fouled off.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Ball.
In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. And 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
So they're all loaded up. Next offering is outside. And it remains 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away.
The count's full.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Over to Turner for 1. Over to first, safe.
I promise you, there are guys that get a little bit faster when they can smell an RBI. That was a possible inning-ending double play. Great hustle, and he gets rewarded with the RBI because of it.
Now the third baseman, Jose Tena. Ball one, no strikes.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Pitch misses, and it's 2-1. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Hit on the ground to the right side. He takes it on his own. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. So 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, but 2 are left stranded. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Nationals 5 and the Phillies 2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Jorge Lopez.
Number 21, Jorge Lopez.
And now it is JT Realmuto. There's a strike. Activity in the bullpen. Kyle Finnegan, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. There's a strike. 95 of that one. Got him looking for the strikeout. Froze him with the heater at the knees. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Max Kepler.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
And that one's a little bit low. Ball 1. Foul ball. Swings through that.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split-finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Nice grab. To his knee, the throw. Nicely done for the out.
Well, he looks so comfortable making that play, dives, comes up with it, and then from one knee, like he's just playing catch with his kid. Nice throw across the diamond to first.
Two down, base is empty. Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. And that drops in for a strike. Next pitch is downstairs.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
To the right side, low. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Down quickly go the Phillies, and the deficit remains 5-2. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Tanner Banks. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. Alex Call digs in now.
Left fielder, Alex Call.
And that's in for a strike. 0-1.
right through there for a strike.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Got him. Dave Lawrence rings him up.
Oh, it's a pretty nasty curveball right there, and the hitter didn't look comfortable at all. Clearly fooled. Tried to check his swing and went around, but it had been called a third strike anyhow. That's how dirty it was. Nice pitch for the punch out.
Young in the box now. No balls and a strike. Movement in the bullpen. Matt Strom, the veteran southpaw, is getting ready to come on if needed. Hernandez warming up as well.
Ball that's outside.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so it's a good take by him.
High in the air, out to right. Castellanos moves on it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting shortstop C.J. Abrams.
Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. And Singy, he started this one off with a bang.
Yes, he did. It always feels great when you can connect with one right away. Certainly a shot of confidence for the entire lineup and a shot to the heart for this crowd.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And it's fouled away. Fights it off. He'll see another. Two outs. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Good job to fight that one off. Here's a high chopper. Slings to first, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors. And 9-1-2 scheduled to lead off the bottom of the ninth. It's the Nationals 5 and the Phillies 2. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Kyle Finnegan.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Johan Rojas now at the plate.
If there's nobody on in front of him, a single for him many times is a double. This guy is off to the races, ready to steal a bag when he's on first base.
Trying to bunt his way on. Has to barehand it. Fires to first. In the dirt. Great pick. Got him. What a play.
Well, I think the defense was anticipating something here because they were really ready to defend as that ball was put down. Nice little drag bunt, but they get the out, and way to go.
Now it's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. The Nats leading by 3 here in the last half of inning number 9. Ground ball right side. It squirts through.
Now batting shortstop Trey.
Here's Trey Turner.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
And that one is downstairs, and it's 1-0. top of the zone for a called strike.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen, so hard to play catch-up.
Ball, that's down.
Stop. Over at first with one away. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away. Here comes the always dangerous Bryce Harper in a big situation. You gotta feel like there's a pretty good chance this game is gonna turn on one swing. On the ground right side, and it's just foul. That was close.
Power relievers one after another coming out of the bullpen these days. Got to be ready for that first pitch heater.
Tying run at the plate. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Around third. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and now just a two-run deficit.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. And now Kyle Schwarber steps up in a critical moment. Squirts away a little bit. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily. Harper into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility. Just missed.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
Trying to keep the game alive here in the bottom of the ninth. And another ball.
Well, this is a little tough for the hitter. In the back of the mind, you're wondering with first base open, am I going to get a pitch to hit? Got to stay back. Let your hands work. Stay in the middle of the field.
So the tying run at second, and there's the automatic. And they're all loaded up.
They're not ready to go home quite yet.
Nick Castellanos stands in for the Phillies. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
And that one is lifted in the air. Cruz makes a nice running catch. He'll score on the sac fly, and it's now 5-4.
Oh, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Nationals pen. Kyle Finnegan gives way, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. Jose A. Ferrer will take over here.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Big spot here. Bottom of the ninth. Down to their final out. It'll bring up JT Realmuto. Trying to deliver as the hero. That catches the corner.
0-1's the count.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Makes the catch, ball game. And the Nationals hold on to win a nail-biter, stranding the winning run on base.
Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win, Boog. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.